to MP. And again for three.
Well, with the way he's been shooting from distance, I can't say I'm surprised that he's now second all-time in three-pointers made during a rookie campaign. He has been impressive.
And some of the best shooters we've ever had in the NBA are on this list. I don't think it's an understatement to say we could be witnessing a generational talent.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Holmgren against Randall. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
Here's Hartenstein. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got his third assist on the night. Randall kicks to Reed. Looking to end the run, and it's blocked. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hartenstein. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Edwards, good. On the way to CBA, introducing the second apron, limiting Shams what teams above the cap can do. How does that new rule affect teams?
Decision makers tell me that they're very much keeping an eye on the second apron, not only of their team, but others, and teams that will have to shed salary because of the second apron and the amount of big contracts we're going to see teams give to players. You're going to see it at the top, but that may dwindle in the middle of their roster. But we will see a more competitive league because of these new CBA changes and less of a chance of super teams and just more parity and dispersed talent.
You constantly read over some of these CBA agreements. I would assume that you do to have a full understanding of terms like the apron, like we just talked about, or all the other things, the luxury tax, all the things that make deals possible.
It's one thing to have luxury tax. It's a whole nother animal now to have the second apron, and that certainly for teams that are deep in the second apron, that limits their ability to go make major trades, to be able to sign players for more than the minimum, and we're seeing that happen to at least 1 or 2 teams around the league right now. So how will that impact things? But certainly the CBA being 50, 60, 70 pages, that's something you pour through before every calendar year.
It is just fascinating. And a wide open look for MP. Traps in the tray. MP's got 8 points.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Outside Edwards. Back to Randall. From the left block, he sends it through. Randall's got his second bucket tonight.
Such a tough proposition guarding Julius Randle in that area. This guy is capable on the interior.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. The grind of the NBA season wears on, but what a pleasure this year is turning out to be. Let's check out the West and see how the standings look. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in that #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And, of course, Minnesota, 8 games out.
Well, for the Timberwolves, they've come through for their fans this season. All the optimism surrounding them, all the high hopes, all proved to be legit.
Well, how about the momentum they have built to get off to this fantastic start? All positive vibes right now for this group.
You know, Shams, I don't know how many kids grow up thinking they're going to be an NBA insider. But clearly that is something that you probably thought about at one time or another. Did you think that was going to be your path?
Kevin, I knew at the age of 16 years old what I wanted to do, and this path I wanted to take an insider for the NBA because I love playing basketball, I love writing, and I had a genuine passion for transactions, for the behind-the-scenes stories. So to be able to tell that story to the fans, I feel like I am one of the fans. That's why I feel like I can relate to the fans, and so that's what inspired me mostly to take this career path that I've taken.
You're so connected. It is a pleasure reading you and hearing you.
Kevin, appreciate you so much, and just know the stories will keep coming.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Williams. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
And they have owned the paint so far. and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Now here's Edwards. His last outing with 20 points. Back to Randall. The shot, no good. Good D by Holmgren. Kicks it out to MP. Buries the long-range jumper. MP's got 11 points.
Well, the ability to spread the floor is such a valuable skill in the league. And MP, yes, sir.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. For the Thunder, Wiggins comes in for Chet Holmgren. And it's Dort in for Jalen Williams. And Minnesota has possession, down by 15. Hey, Shams, it seems like with these younger teams coming, we may be witnessing a transfer of power in the NBA. What do you think?
It's really due to the parity that we're seeing in the league. And we haven't seen this much parity in a really long time. It's wide open for teams in both conferences, in the East and West, to claim that top perch. We have to give the league a lot of credit. There's tons of parity.
Which I think is leading to expansion talk, correct? We've got so much talent right now, we can kind of let it ooze out a little bit to some other areas.
Certainly expansion, a couple more teams in the league, but the league really loves where they're at now. And any given year, anyone can win.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Hey guys, MP in the last time out against the Grizzlies was terrific. He dropped in 36 points and his passing was a cut above with a ton of assists on the night. A performance like that makes you hungry for more. We're looking to follow that up tonight. Guys?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Well, there's no doubt. He certainly looked like he was enjoying himself in that last game. He had his offense flowing.
And here's Randall following Lou Dort's three. Inside. Pass to Garza. Down low. No good from Clark.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And that one's good. Wiggins.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Wiggins against Randall. Clock at 6. To stop the run. That one, no good. And so it's MP making things happen for the Thunder. He was a true standout at the offensive end, both with his scoring and his passing. And we're getting back to the action in our New Year's Eve broadcast. And a very convincing performance from the Thunder so far.
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Clark is out there with Joe Ingles. Then it's Dillingham. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's Minot in at the 5, roaming the paint. And so it's Ingles with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. And you look at the way the league is moving now, Shams, are there less big trades than when you started or more?
Perhaps a little bit less, but listen, the league is trying to keep parity in this league and allow teams to be able to keep their homegrown stars. There's always going to be plenty of interest, and that level of interest, not only from players from competing teams, but fans' interest, it's never been higher.
And there's never any hesitancy, right? If a team feels they can get better for whatever reason and however they do it, I don't think there's any hesitancy to pull the trigger.
Particularly when you're on the cusp of potentially winning a championship or competing, whether it's competing for the playoffs, competing for a title. If you can make one move that takes you from point A to point B, teams and general managers want to do it.
Well said. The 3 from MP. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
MP is cooking right now, and folks, this is exactly what we expected from this young man.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. No good from Clark.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Dillingham with it. Dort covering. Hits it from three-point range. Clark's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to MP. This one for 3. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Here's Dillingham. And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Dort. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got his 8th assist in the game. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
I love the defensive concentration so far in this one. They're getting out on shooters and really doing a great job of disrupting the rhythm.
And the other thing that's working for them tonight, getting out into the open floor. A lot of the damage coming in transition.
Well, we talked about expansion. That has been floated around. We know that teams would have to realign. Shams, any ideas on which teams might have to shift with expansion in the East or West?
Certainly, most of the potential expansion cities, the high-level ones, have been noted as teams in the West. Maybe you have a team out east that is in the West moving into the Eastern Conference. But the league could obviously surprise everyone with a different solution, maybe having one expansion team be an Eastern Conference team, one being a West. There's several options that Adam Silver in the NBA.
I would think New Orleans would be one of those teams, right? Just where they are geographically. Memphis, those two teams are in the West, and I could see them maybe going east. Possible?
Certainly Minnesota and Memphis. Those are two teams that, to me, have an Eastern Conference feel.
And that one's good by Clark. Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on a 17-7 run. Here's Dort. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Edwards. Oh, and he just jams it right over MP. Wow.
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
Screen by Hartenstein. MP, good. MP's got 24 points.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
Out to the right wing. Clark inside. Defended by Dort. Pass to Dillingham. From deep Ingles. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Thunder coming to this one after the win against Memphis.
Yeah, torrid shooting in that one. Some of it was good play calling. Some of it was just making tough shots.
Well, give credit to a couple of their guys for their complete locked-in nature. They were just focused, and they made everything they looked at.
You communicate so much with NBA GMs. You talk with owners. You talk with personnel people. You know, knowing what they do, what is an overlooked part of how they operate their day-to-day jobs with these NBA teams?
A few things for me, Kevin. It is the relationships with agents, with other teams. Are they trusted? Do they have the trust of others? That is of importance, certainly. And how well connected are they within the organization? How are they building their own front offices in their own buildings? But their thirst for information, their ability to use information to strategize, that is something that occurs every single day. Because if you know something is happening with a specific team, that could shape how you want to strategize your team moving forward.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Back to Ingles. Pass to Dillingham. 5 on the clock. Ingles with the screen for Dillingham. Another miss by Minnesota. Oklahoma City's going to sublime 4 of 4 from three-point range since we've gotten in here in the second quarter. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too, so I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David. Hartenstein finds MP. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Here's Williams, and the layup falls. And that's 10 points here for Jalen Williams.
Yeah, I mean, Jalen Williams got as great a basketball frame as you could hope for. That's strength right there.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And no good. The dry spell continuing for him.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Door to screen on Ingles. Here's Williams. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Oh, wasn't that wonderful? Easy to see why Shams has so many sources around the game. He's so easy to talk to.
Yeah, it's all about relationships at the end of the day. When the conversations come easily, that suits his purpose as a reporter.
No good from Clark.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Dillingham with it. He has yet to score. Clark against Williams. Here's Minot. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Williams in the post. He's against Clark. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Oklahoma City shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. And he knocks down the first one. And so it's Oklahoma City holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Right back after this break.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half.
Welcome, everybody. The story at
You know, on the boards, they've been ferocious. They've been intimidating. Reminds me of watching Big Fella out there.
You know they're gonna.
Okay, fellas, now we'll look at... Thanks for joining us. Now let's...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
That takes a level of aggression and a level of focus, and he has brought it all night thus far.
The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. MP out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Williams at the small forward. And that's who Mark Daigneault starts the second half. Rule adjustments, Doris, regarding the rip-through move. Do you think those have been effective?
Kevin, I certainly think we've taken a step in the right direction. We have got to give the defense more of a chance at this point, and the idea that you don't get shots on the rip-through is important.
Offensive rebound on the wing, Williams. sinks the three-pointer. Williams has got 19 points.
It doesn't matter what position Jalen Williams happens to be playing on any given night. This guy's a force offensively.
Edwards kicks to DiVincenzo. Edwards with the screen for DiVincenzo. From 6 feet. And Reed throws it down.
How about the big guy attacking the rim? The throwdowns are loud and emphatic.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. On the wing, MP. Edwards defending. Back to Holmgren. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. That's now 8 points for Chet Holmgren.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
No one near Randall as he lets it go. Bangs home the trifecta. Randall's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, Julius Randle has put in time to grow his ability to make three-point shots. Nice delivery.
Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Wiggins is checked in.
Number 21, Aaron Wiggins.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Outside Edwards. Trying to... Oh, wow.
Boy, defense has no answer for Anthony Edwards' athleticism. What a dunk.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. Doors, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out.
Here's Edwards.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission.
Anthony Edwards has got his rhythm, and he's got a well-rounded offensive game. Look out.
Holmgren with a screen on Edwards. The 3 from MP connects again from distance.
He's scorching hot. Another 3.
And he's approaching the franchise record for threes in a game. Edwards kicks to DiVincenzo. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Pass to Hartenstein. MP outside. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound, Minnesota. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the 3rd. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Offline with his 3. Oklahoma City's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. To the middle. Here's Holmgren. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Holmgren's got 6 in the quarter.
I mean, he's sneaky. When he moves around the floor, Holmgren takes you out of the play, slips past, and just rolls to the hoop.
Edwards inside, covered by MP. 6 on the shot clock. Edwards can't hit. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Here's Holmgren. Pass to Hartenstein. And here's MP for 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. MP's got 39.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
To the right side. McDaniels kicks to Randall. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Randall's got 11.
And how about the payback there, guys? You do you, I do me.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire. A little bit of pride at stake.
Good, another from 3.
He's got this defense scrambling, and even when they've got 2 guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for 3-pointers in a single game. Back to DiVincenzo. Pass to Randall. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by MP. MP's got 6 rebounds in the game. Wiggins passes to MP. From the arc. Connects again from distance.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking them down from deep.
Craig, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for second in most threes in a game.
And he's tied Curry's mark from 2016, which was the top spot for threes in a game for a short while. It's been that kind of takeover display that we've seen here tonight.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy, just struggling to make shots right now.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Here's Reed, hits the jump hook. Reed's got 4 this quarter.
Well, the high percentage opportunity. Naz Reid on the inside.
Hartenstein with the screen for MP. And the 3 off target. The Timberwolves have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
And here now the Thunder. And here is MP. He has 45 points. DiVincenzo against Gilgeous-Alexander. Comes up empty down low.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Edwards kicks to McDaniels. Pass to Reed. Here's the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Reed's got 8 points.
Yeah, Naz Reid, aware that ball hits my hands, I've got to be ready to rise and fire.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to MP. To the paint, stolen by Reed. McDaniels against Wiggins. McDaniels kicks to Edwards. The 3. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got rebound number 15 here tonight. The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Unloads from 13. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Randall's got 8 points here in this quarter.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Holmgren with a screen on Edwards. And here's MP. And again for 3.
And of course it falls for him. That 3 pushes him into the history books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget.
In all those great shooting performances from Klay Thompson, well, this night belongs right there with him.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Minnesota shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Outside Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
Every aspect of Anthony Edwards' game is on display. This guy has been cooking from the outset.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to MP. Hartenstein with the screen for MP. It could go. Connects again from distance.
And that is a 3 that will put him in the record books.
A historic performance by a historically good shooter. One of the best games anybody has ever had.
15 threes for MP, passing that record from Klay Thompson back in 2018, an all-time performance. Boy, how lucky are we?
And so it's MP making things happen for the Oklahoma City Thunder. A sensational night for him continues as he cranks his three-point made total even higher on what has been a historic night for him. Back to the action in just a minute. Welcome back, everyone, as we continue on a record-setting night.
And a three-point barrage, the likes of which we've never seen. This man is etching his name in the history books.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. They poured it out in a dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. So long.
Joe, when you're as hot as you were tonight, does it feel like you're playing a different game from the other 9 guys on the court?
I definitely felt in sync with my teammates, that's for sure. But the defense wasn't escorting me to open spots behind the line either. You know, it's never as easy as it looks from the stands or on TV. Michelle.
Do you care how long your record lasts?
I hope my team and I break it the next time out, and the game after that, and the game after that.
You see this as a team record then?
Oh, 100%. I couldn't do it without my guys. You know, everything exists in that team context. Nobody's out there by themselves, Michelle.
You're the
Thank
best.
you.
MP.
One more question, MP.
Call the electrician because MP just shot the lights out.
Just looked at my phone and MP made how many threes tonight? My guy is crazy.